Welcome to Streamers Behind the Scenes. Today's episode is about building a community on Twitch. And we are talking to Liliri.
Hi. How
Hello,
you
how
doing?
are you doing today? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Amazing. Okay, so our first question, how long have you been streaming and what kind of content do you usually stream on Twitch?
I had to look this up the other day. So I started in 2022, I think is when I created my channel. I just kind of streamed whenever. I didn't really have a plan. I just did it just to try it out. So I probably streamed like once or twice a month back then. And then in early 2023, I kind of tried picking up as a PNG tuber. I used like a PNG of my Final Fantasy 14 character, and I tried doing regular streaming, didn't really get that big into it, so I did that for like a few months. And then a friend of mine convinced me to buy a VTuber model, and so I did that, and I started streaming again, actually seriously, in January. January, yeah.
Nice. And what kind of games do you usually play?
I've been all over the place. Right now, my obsession is Elden Ring, but I've streamed other stuff like Cyberpunk, Destiny. I think the way we met was I think you raided me while I was streaming Genshin, if I remember
Right,
correctly.
yeah, Genshin Impact.
I've played Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, so all sorts of stuff.
Nice. That sounds like a good
Really open to
variety.
anything.
Do you have a name for your community and how do you kind of incorporate a theme of that into your stream?
I'm a penguin VTuber, so my community is called The Colony. My subscribers are colony members.
Nice.
So a colony being a group of penguins or waddle members or huddle. I basically I googled what is a group of penguins called, and I used all the terms that came up
That is
in
amazing.
my alerts. So yeah,
My community is called the Sea Stars, and really it just
yeah.
came from me starting off playing Animal Crossing on Twitch
Hmm.
back in 2020, and
Nice.
I just loved the whole vibe of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and it was set on an
Hmm.
island. And so there's a lot of sea creatures, and there was an update where you could go swimming in the ocean, and you could catch all these sea creatures, and sea stars are in the game. Our channel points are called sand dollars. So everything's just kind of beach themed, and also I live relatively close to a beach, so I was like, it's
Oh
fitting.
hell yeah.
So I just thought that, made sense. And so I've stuck with that for a few years on my stream.
I think
Go
my
ahead.
channel points are called pebbles because
Pebbles!
yeah, because penguins give each other pebbles
That is
as
amazing.
gifts. So
Do you promote when you are going live?
I'll post on Twitch usually, and then
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of just different community discords that I'm in. Some
Mm-hmm.
of them have like self-promotion, like text
Yeah.
channels, and I'll just copy paste a hey, I'm going live, and I'll link to my Twitter, and I'll just dump that into like a dozen or so discords.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
Discord is a really good resource, and I've definitely done that
Yeah.
before. I
Hmm.
tend to post in my Discord channel, definitely. Sometimes other Discord channels, and then I post on Twitter when I go live. I used to say going live on Twitch now or playing Genshin now on Twitch, and now I feel like I'm kind of moving into something different, like just some kind of sentence that will catch people's attention more.
Yeah, I started doing that too as well, like on OBS, changing the going live message. So like people
Yes.
who follow you like and have the app, they'll see it. Sometimes it's relevant to the stream, and other
Hmm.
times it's just like I pooped today.
I have so many friends who are so creative with that stuff. That's definitely a fun way of getting people's attention.
Yeah.
Growing on Twitch can be kind of difficult. I feel like the discoverability on Twitch is not that great when you're a smaller streamer.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately no.
when you look for a category, I think it's automatically like highest viewers to lowest viewers.
Yeah, it's understandably like this person is really good, like let's
Mm-hmm.
promote them. But the biggest thing I hear big Twitch streamers say whenever someone's like, "Oh, I want to start streaming and what are some recommendations on how I can get a community?" That like the
Mm-hmm.
the thing I hear most often is start on another platform like
Right.
TikTok or Instagram or YouTube and then bring that community to Twitch because just the algorithm of who gets previewed on like the front page of Twitch,
Hmm.
it's just the biggest streamers. So unless you actually go digging through like pages of streamers, you're not really gonna find the smaller streamers.
Right. So a lot of people I know will stream on Twitch and then they'll take the VOD and then they'll turn it into a YouTube video or a TikTok video and they'll
Hmm.
have to put it on all these other social media sites because the discoverability might be a little bit better over there and then
Right.
hope that they jump over to Twitch. But how have you discovered other streamers besides seeing it on Discord?
Most of the people I've found through my friends who stream and
Hmm.
then people they raid, but
Yeah.
I've also been trying, instead of raiding friends, more often just going into Twitch, clicking whatever game that I was playing, and
Hmm.
then just looking for people who are small, like 3, 4 viewers at most, and rating them, and then hopefully connecting as well. So,
I feel like it can be kind of a gamble, but I've also found some really great streamers that way. I've gotten a chance to network with people in person as well, which I feel really lucky
ooh.
because I've been to TwitchCon for 2 years in a row. And then I've also gone to local Twitch meetups that
Oh,
just
okay,
started up
nice.
again last year in my city.
Hmm.
And so I got to meet new people, follow them on Twitch, see what kind of content they make. So we're going to be able to hang out again in the future at some point.
Yeah, I'd like to try to get to TwitchCon either this year or next year. I've never been to a convention just because I don't know. I'm very antisocial.
That's fair.
Um,
I was kind of nervous about going the first year to San
hmm.
Diego. I had a really great time. And then this past year in Vegas, I got to go with my friends as like a group,
Ooh,
and it was so much fun. And we got to do a couple meet and greets,
ooh, cool,
and
nice.
it was just really fun. And I totally want to go again.
Yeah, it's what in September, right?
September. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a collab stream? So streaming at the same time as someone else and playing a game with them?
Um, no, I haven't. I've played games with streamers while they were live. Like a few of my friends, I've been on their stream,
Yeah.
and played like Among Us or what's the knockoff? Oh, Goose Goose Duck or whatever. But yeah, I haven't collabed yet with anyone.
Okay.
Mostly because they have significantly larger communities than I do. Like I only have 2 or 3 average viewers, and I don't want to make it look like I'm just clout chasing. The person who really got me into streaming, I've been friends with her for 10 years. We met through gaming
Wow.
and just like we've stuck it out. I'd
Yeah.
like to do collabs though.
Yeah, I would like to do more. I feel like I've done one or two. I've played other games, like you said, like Mario Kart or Among Us. I've played it while other people were live.
Yeah.
For sure. There were a few streamers that I watched back in 2020 when I was currently not working because pandemic. So
Right.
I had so much free time. So a lot of people were playing Among Us or Marbles on stream or something that was very interactive.
Oh
And
yeah.
tons of people would
Hmm.
show up. So they had like 100 viewers and we would all be playing the games together and talking on Discord. And that was just such a good way to show me what a Twitch community can be like. Do you have a specific, consistent schedule that you do for streaming, or is it kind of just whenever?
Like I try to stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So Tuesdays and Thursdays after work, and then Saturdays like in the afternoon. But I mean, recently I've been just so into Elden Ring that I've streamed just other days, and I've always tried to make a point to post about it
Mm-hmm.
on Discord and on Twitter, and being like, "Hey, surprise stream! I can't get enough
Right.
of this game."
I'm usually working in the morning, but I
Hmm.
never know what days of the week. So I kind of just
Ah.
take it week by week and I try to get it out at least a day before on Twitter and Discord and be like, hey guys, tomorrow, this time, we're going to play Genshin. Because I'm a planner.
Hmm.
I like to schedule things ahead of time.
Yeah.
I always feel so sad because I can't be consistent. I'm not that consistent streamer who's always at the same time.
Hmm.
But I know that if, people really want to see Genshin, they'll keep coming back and
Hmm.
And Genshin always has updates, so that's the great thing is there's always a new storyline. I feel like the storylines are just getting more and more wild.
You know they're doing something right when at the beginning of the quest, the Argon quest, I hated Farina. I just thought she was just a stuck-up brat. And
Right?
by the end of it, I'm like, oh my God, she's the real hero. Like, like
Yeah, in the
holy crap,
beginning, you're just like, who is this girl? Like, what does she
right?
want from me? And then by the end of it, you're
I am
like,
the
oh
Archons. Like,
my
shut up.
gosh. I know. I was like, girl, sit down.
Yeah, I've been falling behind. My next big chase character is gonna be Clorind. I've been
Ooh.
saving for her. The reason I started playing was because a friend showed me Eula's character demo.
Oh.
I'm like, I need this woman. Unfortunately, I started
I
playing
need
like
this one.
right after her banner was run, so I had to
Ah,
wait
you had to wait.
like
No.
almost a year and a half for her to come back.
When it comes to Twitch, over
Mhm.
time, are there certain goals that you've set for yourself that you've seen yourself accomplish or that you want to accomplish?
I mean, there's always the get more followers, get more subs. A goal would be get a paycheck from them because I
Mm-hmm.
think they don't do payouts until you hit $50 or something in a
50,
month,
right?
where I can have a big enough community and stuff that I can like actually say, hey, there's like something like money coming out of this. That's pretty
Right.
cool. I
Yeah,
eventually want to
it's
do a subathon too.
subathon. Nice.
Yeah, take some time off work and just sit down and just game or do whatever.
So would that be like a
Uh,
very long stream or just kind of like a week long thing?
Um, I don't know if I would do like the thing where people just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Mouse did. I think she did 32
Oh,
days of
32
subathon.
days. Oh
Like
my
nothing crazy like
gosh.
that, but like people like will do like, oh, it's a 48-hour subathon, so
Right.
maybe I'll do something like that. Or people will just do I'm doing a week where I'm gonna stream every day for like 8, 9 hours. Like
Right.
it's not gonna be constant, but it's just gonna be 7 days straight of content. So
I think I've done maybe up to 7 or 8 hours before, but that seems long for me because
mhm.
I work, I get home, and then I want to have sleep after stream. So I don't have a lot of
Right.
opportunities to do that. When I have, a 2 day weekend kind of break, then I could totally do like an 8 hour stream.
My longest streams are when I stream day one raids for Destiny. Just because
Yes.
it's like a goal and there's a time limit. So I think my longest stream was something like 15 or 16 hours. I mean,
Whoa.
it wasn't one long stream. I like stopped streaming at times, like when we took breaks. Like, oh, it's an hour break where we're just not going to be doing anything. I'm not going to just let the stream run for that hour. So I would like stop. And then when we came back, I would start again. But like, yeah, it was stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, I've
But
heard about those Destiny raids. Those can be crazy.
normally I stream like 3 to 4 hours, maybe five,
Hmm.
6 if it's like a Friday or a weekend.
Okay.
So yeah.
My goal is about 3 hours. Usually it only lasts about two. With Genshin, it'll be like, hey, this is a hangout event. This will be 2.5 hours or whatever. So that's
Hmm.
the length of the stream. So I really sometimes leave it up to the event that I'm playing. And then sometimes it's just something like Mario Kart where you can kind of quit whenever and it's kind of up to
Right.
you of how long you want to keep going. So for me, it
Hmm.
really varies, but I try to keep it somewhere between 2 and 3 hours if I have enough time. So I feel
Hmm.
like it's pretty consistent. I wish I could stream for like 5+ hours, but I have to wake up early in the morning usually. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to deprive myself of more sleep. On your channel, do you have a follower goal or sub goal that's like displayed right on the front?
I just added one. There's like the Twitch integrated like
Mm-hmm.
follower goals, but
Yeah.
I finally got around to having like a little bar on my screen. Now I have, I think it's 100 follower goal and a 20 sub, no, 15 sub goal.
I have a 400 follower goal. Yesterday, I got 3 or 4 different follows from streaming and rating and stuff. I don't like overthink it. I'm not like counting them, but I'm like, this is getting me towards my goal, and it's really exciting.
You know, like, ooh, bar go up.
I love just having
Mhm.
like crack up moments on stream.
Yeah.
And I also find myself accidentally making inside jokes.
Most of like my just throwaway jokes that I say usually come from, I don't know if you know of Rooster Teeth.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, most of my jokes just come from their stuff. And
Mm.
it's always great when I see someone who's like, I understand that reference.
I
I'm like,
understand that reference.
yes,
That's true.
yes.
When I first started streaming, I was like, I don't know what to talk about. And also, a thing that I've heard about from people on Twitter is like people will come into the stream and just like there's bots.
I haven't gotten raid botted, but I don't know how it is for you flesh tubers, but for as a VTuber, probably every 2 or 3 streams, I'll get someone who comes in. They'll start talking like, "Oh, how are you doing? How are you enjoying streaming?" And the one red flag is when they go, "May I ask you a question?" I'm like, "Oh my God,
Oh
it's an art
boy.
bot." Oh no. They're
Oh.
like, "Can I show you my artist work? I can do overlays and stuff for your stream." I'm like, "No, just please go away."
I have
Like,
had like one graphic designer
like,
come to chat, be like, "Hey, are you looking for new emotes?" And I'm like, "No,
yeah.
thanks, not right now. I'm good. I've got my slots filled up."
They just say that thing. It's like realizing you're talking to an AI, and you're just like, "Oh
Mm-hmm.
God,
You're like, "You
oh no."
have an ulterior motive here."
I notice I get it a lot when I use the hashtag small streamer in my live notifications,
Okay.
and it's just like, oh God, it's just so cringy. And like, I want to be nice,
Yeah.
but at the same time, just go away.
What kind of tags do you use? Do you use like small streamer? How do you decide how to narrow it down?
I honestly don't think I've changed my tags. My tags are English, VTuber, Variety Gamer, Chill, America, Penguin, and Korean American.
That is so interesting because I change it based on the game. If I have Genshin, it's usually not going to change very much if I
Mhm.
play Genshin 3 times in a row. But I definitely try to put English, the game, maybe like one character from the game, like Paimon. But I don't know if that really helps if I just put like the specific character that I know is
Yeah.
going to be in the quest. I really don't feel like it helps me get it out there. I feel like maybe I'll have to figure out something that'll work better than just Genshin Impact over and over.
Yeah, I feel like most viewers, when they're just like browsing Twitch, they'll just click a game
Right.
and just be like, oh, I want to go watch a Genshin stream or an Elden Ring stream or Fortnite. And I don't really know. At least when I've been doing it, I don't pay that much attention to the tags. Also, I think when you're searching, I think it only shows like 3 or 4 tags. I don't think it shows all of
Mm,
them either.
right.
Because also whenever you assign a game, that also assigns like just default tags for that game.
I feel like the only time I've really searched for a tag is when it's a certain game where they're playing as a certain character, like Overwatch. I play that game,
Hmm.
and I could search up Moira mains because I play as Moira most of the time, and I'll watch other people who are playing as her to see how they're doing, like what's their balance between healing and damage and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I
That makes
feel
sense.
like it has to be like a very specific scenario. I feel like it can be good for finding new streamers, but I feel like it has to be a specific scenario like that.
That definitely makes sense. Like, oh, I want to watch a specific character from this game be played. I'll normally just change my title,
Hmm.
the go live notification, and then if I'm playing a different game, just change the category.
Right.
Maybe if I get more into it, I'll start min-maxing my tags. I remember there was there was a time when back when VTubers were getting really big, everyone would just use the VTuber tag, regardless of whether you're a VTuber or not. And it was just like, oh my God.
Oh, so
That
even if
was
they're
that was
not a
like the
VTuber, they're
meta.
gonna put VTuber.
Yeah, just
Oh, I see. I
VTuber.
never
It's like,
did that.
oh God.
Interesting. Wow, because it was just the popular category kind of thing.
Right. Like, oh,
Ah,
everyone's looking for VTubers. Might as well throw myself up there in the thumbnail or whatever. It wouldn't be very obvious that they weren't a VTuber, so you click it and just anything for views.
right. Yeah, I've seen a lot of VTubers in the Genshin Impact category, and it's been really
Hmm.
cool to see them kind of increase over time. And has that affected how you interact with the community?
Yeah, I feel like I'm less self-conscious being a
Mm-hmm.
VTuber versus when I was using a webcam. It's also nice because I don't have to worry about looking good.
Right. You're like,
Like
oh, what am I
I
gonna wear
like
today?
Yeah, like on Saturdays, like I normally wake up like an hour or so before I start streaming. I don't have to worry about like, oh, is my hair messy or like what t-shirt am I wearing or anything like that. It's just like
Right.
open up VTube Studio and like, yeah, I look good.
It's like a time saver because you're not even thinking about it.
So I think Being a VTuber has definitely helped me enjoy streaming more. There's more different ways for chat to interact with overlays or animations.
Well, I have one final question. If there's a streamer out there who's just starting out and they're just about to go live, but they don't really know what to talk about, how do they reach out to people or try to network or raid from your own like personal experience?
The biggest thing is building your brand, especially for like VTubers and stuff, getting a theme around your stream or who you are. Like before I started VTubing, I used like a screenshot of my Final Fantasy character and that was it. And I just used like generic stream elements and stuff,
Yeah.
like the assets, and it just looked like a very basic stream, and I wouldn't even want to watch. To show that you as a streamer are invested in it and that you care about your stream is definitely will make people like, because if you put effort in, people are more likely to put effort to reciprocate. Like for me, that was just kind of diving in and getting a VTuber model. And then from there, I went on Etsy and I'm like, let me find penguin emotes and penguin stuff. And
Right.
so I just bought like $30 worth of just penguin assets. And then I guess like another thing is just learning how to talk to yourself. I have like 2 or 3 people that are pretty regularly in my chat, but they don't talk much. Talk to yourself or just narrate. No one really wants to just sit there and watch gameplay and then someone just staring at a camera or like at their screen as they play it. So just like saying, oh, okay, we're gonna turn right here. Okay, jump up here. Gonna hit this guy 3 times. Do all that and just learn how to be talking. That was really hard for me early on. It felt so weird just talking to no one.
Yes. It
And
still feels weird
like,
sometimes for me.
oh yeah, I hate it. I'm just like, ugh.
I'm like, here I am. I'm back again.
Especially when you like go to do your intro and you're like, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. How you all been doing? And then just no one responds. And you're just like,
Crickets.
ooh shit.
You're like,
This
well,
isn't
here we
great.
go. Sometimes there's nobody in chat because they'll stop by and then they'll be busy or they have to go get a snack. And I just gotta like talk, la 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 la.
It's gonna suck at first. I feel like it's just a way that it weeds out the people who don't want to do it, but there's a lot of skill that you need to develop for streaming. It's definitely not for everybody. So
Yeah, it is a skill for sure.
stick to it. I mean, like I said at the beginning of this, I basically quit streaming twice and then came back with like, okay, I'm gonna do it this time. I got a PNG tuber this time. Okay, well, this isn't working. And then I came back as a VTuber. Don't be afraid to like step back, figure out what you need to change, and maybe take a break for a bit and then come back.
Yeah, I've had life situations changing. I was gone for about a month because I was moving. I've taken
Hmm.
breaks and I've always come back to it because it's so much fun and people are understanding, which is awesome. That is about it today for this episode. Thank you so much to
Yay.
Liliri and
Thanks for
hopefully
having me on.
thank you for coming and hopefully
Yeah.
some people learned about how to build a community on Twitch and hopefully you guys wrote down some notes. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.